We were just continuing with halachot. If you remember, we were speaking about different tikkunei Teshuva. So we spoke about ta'anit ravad. Ta'anit ravad was that when a person's eating and they still want to continue eating, and then you refrain and you hold yourself back and you leave that which you really were desiring, you leave some over, that is called ta'anit ravad. If you remember, we brought down whether it's from the Pele Yuetz and others as well, whether from the Marana Bet Yosef and the Magim Yeshanim, that's considered bringing a korban. So that was going to be one of the ways, the fashions of doing it. The Chavetz Chaim brings down, first of all, we have the Gaon Vimna. The Gaon Vimna says in Alim L'Trufa in his letter that when a person comes and he's going to refrain from speaking when he wants to. Many times it happens that somebody says something and then you want to come, you want to say something. So on every single moment that a person controls his mouth, he is going to be zocheh to see something incredible that not even malachim are able to see. And the Chavetz Chaim added, ta'anit tibur is stronger than a regular ta'anit. Another thing which is brought down in the Kaf HaChaim is somebody that's awake all night and he's being osek b'Torah. Says the Kaf HaChaim in the name of the Rizal HaKadosh that it's going to be niftar me'onesh echad shel karet, and every single night is going to poter from karet, which means if a person right now is obligated chas shalom karet, and now what they do is they stay up the entire night and they're learning Torah, so therefore what it does is it takes away from a karet. We actually say this, if you remember, on Tikkun Leil Shavuot, Tikkun Shana Rabbah, we bring this concept down about that basically, since we stayed up the entire night and we were learning Torah, we become exempt from a karet. Another one, it says Rav Chaim Kanievsky in Karnyan de Girata, something very interesting. If somebody wants to have a kaparat avonot, he should do limud. What type of a limud? Chazara on something that he already knows. Kinyan Masechta. He says, why? Since a person doesn't have so much desire for such a learning, why? Because a person, they always like to learn something new. If you already know that, and you know it very, very well, and again you're doing it again, and again and again, you don't have the same desire. So he comes and he says, Limudo Shem Shamayim v'neshav Sham kesiguf. So he says there, that's considered 100%. Why are you learning? Only L'Shem Shamayim. So therefore, when a person does that, that is considered that you're suffering in itself, and that in itself is going to be a kaparat avonot, right? Another one that the last one that we're going to mention is the Reshit Chochmah in the name of the Rizal HaKadosh. He says, Lisbol el bonot v'chilufim hi ma'ala yetira mikol malku v'sigufim. He says somebody comes and they embarrass you, and now you keep quiet, or they come and they do all these different things to you, and it's an embarrassing thing, and you want to attack back, but you keep quiet. That in itself, the fact that you accept their bonot, you accept your embarrassment, that in itself is much greater than any type of malkot and things that they could actually come and lashes that they would be able to give you. So that in itself is also going to be a kaparat avonot. So these are just different things that a person has that they're able to do teshuvah without actually physically fasting. These are actually even stronger and more potent, right, many times than an actual fast.